In today's video, we're going to be talking about the forgotten history of the Gibson Nighthawk model. They reissued this quirky 90s model in 2013, and we have one of their 20th anniversary models. Without further ado, let's go back in time and check out the Gibson Nighthawk. Hey guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley, and today we're taking a look at the history of the Gibson Nighthawk. Today we have the 20th anniversary model, which was reproed in 2013, and it has a really cool killer flame top. These guitars are a very interesting part of Gibson's history. It was definitely a time where they were trying to develop and go into different markets in the guitar world. So without further ado, let's pull out the case and take a look at the Nighthawk. So I've got the case all lined up here. As you can see, it comes in a Gibson USA case, and from the outside it looks a little bit like an SG case, which it probably is, to be fair. But opening it up, we've got that beautiful kind of white interior that you get on these era of cases, and obviously sitting inside is a very, very nice looking Nighthawk. This is the 20th anniversary one, and obviously we've got a lot of influence from Fender in this look, but I just want you to appreciate this really nice tiger stripe flamed maple, very nice indeed. We've got a bit of a three-tone sunburst there. Obviously Gibson were the ones to invent the sunburst, but it's probably been most popular on the Stratocaster. We have the split parallelogram inlays, which I really like to see on Gibsons, and we have the crown inlaid there. Let's see what we get inside the little pocket. So inside we just have some strap locks, a few tools, and some silica gel. And of course we get our Gibson USA owner's manual. So that is everything that you get with the Nighthawk 20th anniversary. This is the free pickup one, obviously, so let's pull it out and talk a little bit about the specs. The original Nighthawk was introduced in 1993, and it was Gibson's attempt to create a more versatile, lightweight, and modern guitar. Something that could compete with a Strat-style instrument while still maintaining that signature Gibson vibe. But despite its innovative design, the Nighthawk was discontinued after just a few years. However, it developed a bit of a cult following. And in 2013, Gibson brought it back for a limited edition model, the 20th anniversary, which is the beauty that we have today. So as I just said, it was basically discontinued after a few years as they weren't received very well. But in 2013, they decided to reissue them, and that's the model that we have today. So let's go over the specs of the Nighthawk. So starting off with quite classic Gibson construction, we have a mahogany body, and then we have a 3A flamed maple top. I have to say that this flamed maple top is very nice indeed, a little bit PRS-like. It has a very nice tight tiger stripe, and it has this kind of three-tone sunburst, which is really kind of strap-like, I guess. Moving on to the neck, we have a mahogany neck, so again, pretty standard for a Gibson guitar, but that's when all the Gibson specs go out the window. We have three pickups in this guitar. We have a Firebird in the neck, we have a single coil in the middle, and then we have a slanted humbucker, and that's selected by a 5-way switch and one volume and one tone. You can achieve a plethora of different tones in this one, but mainly you're getting strap tones in positions 2 and 4 and the middle, and then you have more humbuckery tones in the neck and bridge. You can even get kind of jazz tones with the neck pickup. That Firebird pickup's going to sound a little bit like an L5, or a Firebird, obviously. It has quite a warm, kind of dull sound. Of course, the 25.5 inch scale length is a big thing to talk about here. It changes the whole way that the guitar plays. It's a lot more snappier, it's a lot more harder to bend if you're used to Gibson guitars like me, obviously because there's higher tension on the guitar. And the neck feels very long on this model. When I have it in my hand, it feels like the neck is just going for ages. So it's definitely something to consider if you're a Gibson fan. Go into these guitars are going to feel quite different. Also, the neck feels very, very flat. It's more of a D shape. It feels quite wide as well. They definitely tried to go for more of a modern Strat profile on this one. We have a rosewood fingerboard with the split parallelogram inlays, which do look really cool, I have to admit. But yeah, that's pretty much all the specs of the neck. We have gold hardware on all of this, and we've got a bit of a Gibson spec here. We have the kind of Gibson Deluxe Cluson style tuner with the traditional ends, and we have the Gibson logo. We do have the 20th anniversary truss rod cover, which is really cool. And then going to the bridge, some of these models came with a Floyd Rose, but this one has the hardtail, which is gold as well, really giving that kind of Fender-y kind of look. Obviously, you have to adjust them like a Fender bridge rather than a Gibson ABR1. So here's the configuration of this particular Nighthawk. There's kind of two versions to my understanding. You have like a 3 pickup one, and then you have a 2 humbucker one. This particular one, we have a Firebird pickup in the neck, which is called the M series pickup, and that has that kind of warm P90 type tone. As you put it to the next position, you have the neck split and the middle single coil. That creates a kind of like a sparkly Strat sound. The middle is just the single coil. Going one position back, you have the middle single coil and a split slanted humbucker, and in the bridge you have the full fat humbucker. So you're getting everything from warm jazz tones to country twang to full rock power. It's seriously one of the most versatile guitars out there. But does versatility always equal tone? Well, in today's video we're gonna find out, so let's plug it in and see how she sounds. So welcome to the tone demonstration of this Gibson Nighthawk. This is a very interesting guitar with a lot of pickup selection. So this is the neck pickup, this is the mini humbucker or the Firebird pickup. Starting off, it has a beautiful tone, and obviously we've got a lot of kind of Fender-y tones, and that's the whole idea of this guitar, as you know from the previous sections in these videos. We've got some really nice kind of out-phase, single-coily tones. If I go to the next position now, I'll change up what I'm playing, but you should be able to get that kind of Mark Knopfler tone. Let's hear that bridge pickup. This guitar's got quite a weird set of strings on it. I'm not sure if they're flat wounds or if it's just because of the kind of wound G string, but they have quite a weird sound. It's not necessarily bad, it just feels a little bit like an acoustic guitar. So I'm not too sure kind of what's been done there with the strings. But obviously got a hardtail on this one, which is a lot better than the Floyd Rose one that I played a couple of years ago. The hardtail is definitely a lot better, and it's a very aesthetically pleasing looking instrument. But let's go a little bit more crazy with the effects now and see what we can get with this guitar. So I'm just going to kick on a little tube screamer and try and get a little bit of a pushed clean type tone. So let's hear it. That wound G is really hard to bend, so I'll just bend on the... but that was the neck pickup. Let's go one switch down. Middle position. Here's position 2, so this is the middle pickup and one of the coils on the bridge pickup. So guys, we're at the end of another video, and before I give you my personal review and rating on this Gibson Nighthawk, make sure to go down this video and leave a like on this video. Also, make sure to leave your comments and your thoughts about this Nighthawk down in the comment section below. And finally, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It really helps us get bigger and better guitars on the channel. So, today I'm going to rate this guitar a very low 4 out of 10. Unfortunately, it wasn't what I expected it to be. For me, this guitar almost felt like an acoustic guitar, and it kind of created a bit of a piezo sound on the amp that I was getting. I wasn't very happy with the distortion tones. Clean-wise, it has a very cool kind of acoustic sound, hence the kind of gypsy jazz at the start. It really does that kind of piezo tone really well, but for some reason it just sounded very thin on the distortion tones, and it didn't sound that good in my opinion. I think this design has a lot of potential. I love the kind of cutaway here. I love the look of the guitar, and I think it's really cool how they've gone for different pickups here with a 5-way selector switch. It's really good for people that obviously like Gibson guitars but want to kind of go into that Fender market a little bit. It's a very good idea, but I think there's a reason why they don't make these anymore. I think it's a very kind of convoluted guitar, and it's a little bit confused as a guitar. I think it's a bit of everything, which isn't always necessarily a good thing in a guitar. I'd rather have a guitar do one thing really, really well rather than lots of things poorly. The neck feels a lot more modern than most Gibsons that I play. This has kind of a D shape. It's very flat radius as well, and obviously you have that 25.5 inch scale length, which makes it feel more like a Fender. We've got a very thin body on this. I think if this was loaded with like two kind of 490R, 498T humbuckers, and maybe have like the ABR1 bridge with the normal Gibson scale length, it would be a really cool kind of mini Les Paul shape. Even if they kept the same pickups and went to the 24.75 option, I think that would be a lot better. I really like how you can get single coil tones out of this guitar, and I really endorse Gibson to use single coils more on their guitars, but I just don't think they should go for the Fender scale length. That being said, it's a very well-made guitar. This finish looks beautiful, obviously made in 2013, so it should have a little bit of wear, but it looks like it's been a bit of a case princess. It's not really come out much. I really like the split parallelogram inlays and the truss rod cover. It just looks incredible, but for me, it just didn't play very well, and I struggled to kind of express myself on this instrument, so hence the low rating. So yeah, unfortunately quite a low result today for this video, a low kind of rating, but it just goes to show we pride ourselves on honesty on this channel. We want to give honest reviews for you guys. We don't want to lie about anything, so that was my honest thoughts for today. This guitar may be perfect for someone, but for me it was kind of all the weak areas of a guitar for my personal playing style. So yeah, that was my opinion today, 4 out of 10. Most importantly guys, let me know in the comment section below what do you think of the Gibson Nighthawk, and if you own any Nighthawks, let me know in the comment section below. But thank you so much for checking in Squealing Pig Guitars, and that leaves me with one last thing to say. Keep rocking guys, I'll see you soon.